Do you ever feel unseen? As if the life the waking world lives is removed from you? Do you ever just feel invisible? As if you were completely transparent? Well, if so, you aren't alone. A lot of people spend their days feeling completely removed from reality. And a lot of people can trace this feeling back to the fact that they are generally uninteresting. And in all honesty, I'm no better. I mean, look at this.
Bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Even this video was made in a visually uninteresting way to prove a bit of a point. Most people, after seeing no evidence of any real substance, would probably just click off. The real-life equivalence to this would be when you're having a conversation on something you're genuinely interested in with a good friend. They see someone funnier, more charming, and so they leave you to go talk to them. Just as you're on the verge of clicking that Family Guy Funny Moments compilation number 26. You're not slick. But is being uninteresting really that bad? Well, most people work off of their first impression. It's usually how they'll remember you for the rest of your life. So if that first impression is dull and dry, they will think you're a dull and dry person. This is something a lot of people struggle with. Whether you have anxiety or just general troubles talking to people, it can really hamper you in this sense. Because as we both know, you're not just an empty shell of a person. You're most likely a real person with genuine goals, interests, and, hopefully a personality. Though most people either don't care, or they don't work on this assumption.
This bitch is empty. Yeet!
Imagine going to your fridge, picking out an egg, and going, ew, what is this, a shell? And then putting it back in the fridge because you don't think there's anything inside of it.
This is terrible.
Though this comes with a certain peace and solidarity that many people crave. Being able to pass through life unnoticed leaves you with a sort of defeated, peaceful feeling. Peaceful in the sense that you have been unbothered, and defeated in the sense that you wish someone would have noticed you. So, how do you become more interesting? Well, it's not as if someone can just sprout a personality overnight, if you're starting from the NPC baseline. It's something that you have to work towards. Something that develops over time with experience. However, there are many ways that you can become more interesting. Being worldly and visiting new places can help with interesting conversation topics. Being knowledgeable on weird or obscure topics can give you some pretty good conversation fodder.
I'm working on it, let me do.
Or you could just be really, really, really good at one thing. Though, harping on these informational tidbits or personal anecdotes or bragging about your accomplishments can become obnoxious to some degree. And being interesting has its downsides. With more friends and acquaintances comes more responsibility. This means helping them with their problems, listening to them, being able to reach out in their time of need. And sometimes, the same kindness will not be shown to you, which is just a sad truth. And with this rise in responsibility comes an increased, geometrically expanding chance of catastrophic failure. And what I mean by this is that the more interesting, worldly, and fun you are to talk to, the more people just begin to hate you for pretty much no reason. Just knowing that some people might think about you in a negative way without even really knowing you is terrifying. It's something to lose sleep over, something out of your control. You might be asking, what's the point? I feel defeated and tired. I've tried again and again and again to make something out of myself. Something that others can enjoy. Someone who means something to somebody. And now you're telling me that if I do this, if I achieve this goal that I've had, I'll be irrationally hated and other people will think I'm just obnoxious? Well, yeah, but that's really reductive. You shouldn't do these things for the sake of attracting others. Don't try to be someone you're not. Maybe going to these places might not interest you. Maybe you don't want to learn about these topics. And sometimes being really good at something is unbelievably hard. You should do these things for yourself. Enjoy the time that you have without the worry and responsibility of others. Be happy with yourself. It takes time, but learning to love yourself for who you are is one of the greatest things you can do. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I hope this video helped at least one person that's going through something like this. Have a good rest of your day.